Welcome back to the Moo Moo Talk with Tina. I'm so excited to see you guys. I'm so glad that I'm back and you're back and we're all back. Okay, so you noticed I told you guys I was going to renovate the whole studio and I just haven't got it done. So it was renovate or finally record. Huh. I got a fuzzy piece of fuzz in my mouth. Ooh, okay. Well, if you're here for entertainment, then welcome back. If you've been here before, then welcome back. If you've never watched this before, just enjoy. And that's what I got to tell you. So, let me tell you a little bit about what I've learned this year. I have learned that seventh graders are amazing. They live for today and this moment, and I love that. And my seventh grade class is fabulous. I can't even tell you how fabulous they are. They work together, they support each other, they're like a family. They even have names of each other, saying, like, she's my mom, she's my dad, she's my little kid. And they still believe in imagination and it's amazing. So I started this year kind of fresh. It's been about 3 years since I've been in the classroom, and I was looking for that new pizzazz, that what's going to make me the best tool and for them, or what's going to make, or what can I give and bring to these students for them to use for the rest of their life. So I started researching. I didn't find too much. I mean, it was the average, maybe a workshop model or giving students a choice, which I kind of think sometimes we went a little bit far back and gave them so many choices that sometimes they feel overwhelmed. I know I do, but that's the way it is. And I am excited about the new choices and the student directed learning. I still see a need for us as teachers to be there, and we are now more of a guide. So there are wonderful things going on in education, but I still needed something more. I felt the need, kind of like a Christian feels the need to share, or another person that believes in what they support or they focus on and how they need more people. And that's kind of where I was. I needed more. I felt that there was more that I could bring to the classroom. So I went to visit my daughter who teaches yoga. You can look her up. I think her website's kind of like mine. It's up and down. Sorry, Ash, but that's the truth. But but it's Ashby Yoga, I believe now, and you're going to see some great things come out of this young lady. I'm super proud of her. Well, while I was out there visiting, she mentioned, Mom, I really want to get in with the school system out here. And I said, Ashby, you what? What do you want to teach science? What are you talking about? No, Mom, I want to teach yoga to students. And I said, is this going on? And lo and behold, it was. And it still is and growing. And I believe with all my heart it's here to stay. So let me share with you what is going on in our classroom. It's a mentoring classroom, and I mentor the students. I have mentees, 24 of them. And I started looking for that extra something, and Ashby mentioned yoga. Well, we're not quite there yet. We're still a small school, and I'm not sure that if I came in and said, everybody get out yoga mats and do these bends and squats, that would go over real well because that's a little bit new. So instead, I looked a little deeper, and there were these things called mindful moments being introduced, and they're starting in the whole school. Sometimes they go on for a class period. They're even having mindful moment class periods. You can type it in YouTube or any of those. See, told you, my little granddog, she would bark sometimes, so just ignore her. She just wants to say hello in the background. And don't forget, if you're watching, go get you, pause this. Little commercial for H2O. It's good for your skin and for your hair, and it's good for your brain power, which is what we're talking about. The more I researched about these mindful moments, the more intrigued I became. And I immediately returned to school after fall break and said, look, ladies and gentlemen, seventh grade population, I want to see if this works. And in the beginning, it's funny to see, still to this day, we do it before every class, and we simply breathe and exhale, and we don't think about anything. Now, sometimes when it's coming up to Thanksgiving or something was going on, I would say, now think about how the other person feels or think about what you're grateful for. But 9 times out of 10, a mindful moment is just to shut your brain down for a minute and push through this minute and then prepare for the next class and prepare for what you're really there for. I think before I began to research mindful moments, even myself, even though I did all of these things, I didn't put them into perspective of this. I mean, this is big. This is powerful. Let me rewind a little bit. I researched it. My daughter mentioned it while I was out in LA with her. She has Ashby Yoga. And I came home and researched a little bit more, typed it in, mindful moment. There's even some colleges that are introducing it as a class, which took me back to Leo Buscaglia and his love class that was actually accredited. And when I took it back to the students in 7th grade, I said, would you like to do this? Would you like to see what this could do for us? Could this change? Could this be what all schools and all students and all people need? And they grabbed a hold of it and said, Miss Drake, if you are hearing and you have put the research in, let's try it. So our first day was just my mentoring class, and we simply closed our eyes and we breathed in. And then we exhaled. And we did this 10 times. And then I said, don't think about anything else. Now open your eyes. And do you feel better? And I called this their first mindful moment. And we know what to do. I mean, I only took a couple of days because I didn't want this to become another chore or another job to do. I didn't want this to become, oh my gosh, Miss Drake, we have to make sure we get our math tests passed and our science and our projects in, and our lines are all upset and our grades are flip-flopped and our parents are up, no, back up. I was looking for that tool to de-stress them, to remind them of, you want to be here. You want to acquire this knowledge. Are you going to all become astronauts? Are you going to all become whatever? Are you going to become mathematicians? No. But think about you. Maybe you're out of school and maybe you think, wow, I remember when algebra was so hard. And I question, am I ever going to use this? I'm never going to use this. Like, when am I ever going to use the word endothermic and exothermic? All of us have had those conversations. But aren't you glad you know it? Even if it's just a minute amount of different knowledge. Well, of course you are. Well, that's what these mindful moments do. They just reset the brain. They're nothing fancy. They don't even take or require any more minutes than you do settling down a class. But the results, oh, that's what I can't wait. So I've got to fast forward now instead of rewind. So we started, did the breathing, close your eyes. You can try it on your own. I might even do some guided mindful moments in the future, but right now I want to just explain to you what has happened. So I turn off the lights and I close my eyes, and I require everyone in the classroom to close their eyes. And some still just can't do it that whole time. And sometimes they still keep their eyes open. It's almost like, but about halfway through, they'll start to close their eyes. They'll start to recognize that nobody's going to get them, that they're safe. And they begin to allow their mindful moment and this reset, just breathing and only focusing on their breath. And I set the timer and I wait till everybody gets settled. And it is so amazing. It takes probably me and 10 others in a class of 27 that first 30 seconds to even decompress enough to calm down. And you can try this. This is a tool that I have given to 7th graders, and they are coming in every week. Do you know that I had a mindful moment in the middle of a ball game? Or, we still got to have some water. We won our game, and it was because we were actually in the game. We actually took our brain and thought at that moment. Instead of thinking back at those last 10 moments, they were in that moment. And so when they hit a shot, they cheered for the moment and then went back and went immediately into defense. So this is just to give you some ideas of these results. And I hate to ramble, but these are so important. Every beginning of every class, we turn off the lights, close our eyes, and I say, just focus on your breath. Take this moment for you. Don't talk. Don't bother your neighbor. This is just your time. Like I said, it takes me 30 seconds and about 10 others to decompress. But when we do, the results are amazing. Our class goes smoothly. You can always tell if I'm not prepared because they almost stop and look at me and they're like, what happened? You didn't get prepared today, so we'll let you have your mindful moment and get prepared. But that doesn't happen very much. Most of the time we have it all listed out and they know what they need to do. And if they work well in this environment, if they don't, they have that ability to say, it's too loud in here. Can I go out in the hallway? It's amazing. I'm not going to lie, I've had ups and downs and ups and downs. But when I take that mindful moment, any of those downs, any of those complaints erase. They stop. And the kids know it. And they do the same. So I've rambled a lot. But I want you to know that we're here to change the world. And that's what we agreed on. The 7th grade class and I, this 7th grade class right now, we agreed to find a way to change the world. I know I seem to cry every time. That's probably why some of you guys are like, she gets all sappy. But if providing all of us time to reset, to decompress, to allow our successes, but as well our valleys. How many of you take 2 minutes a day to do nothing but close your eyes and allow? Very few people. But in a chaotic world, mindful moments stop and reset and reprocess and allow you to get back up and say, okay, wait a minute. I caught myself several times. We had a beautiful Thanksgiving, and I caught myself several times thinking, what if? Or wonder why? Why did this happen maybe years ago? And then I would stop and I would say, mindful moment, I want to be now. I want to enjoy who's here now, not who couldn't make it. I just want to enjoy and send them great vibrations and hope that they're having a great day. But I want to enjoy this moment. I want to laugh with you now. And I took mindful moments, and we had a traditional turkey dinner. And I couldn't even say anything to these people because I wanted to cry every time because I wanted to be present. Don't you want to be present? Start incorporating mindful moments before you jump out of the bed and or you're screaming or you're barking or you're complaining. Think, I just want to breathe. Wow, if only your mindful moment every morning was, I am breathing. I woke up today. I may not have woke up like this, but I woke up. We have made a deal, and we're going to see it happen. We want mindful moments, and we're inviting you. We're starting in the school, but we're starting to come out into the community to come along on our journey of spreading positivity. I didn't come up with that. 7th graders came up with that. 7th graders said, we need more kindness in the world. I looked up the Be Kind campaign and found out more about it in Fairfield, Indiana. Let's spread some positivity. Don't be so hard on yourself, and don't, criticize yourself for crying on camera every time. But lift each other up. And when you're feeling like tearing other people down, take a mindful moment and remember what you're doing, why you're doing it. Why are you entering into this class? Why are you making these videos? What if a mindful moment of 2 minutes could change your life? You are amazing, and you've listened to me ramble. I bet I've said mindful moment 1,000 times in this video. No, maybe not, but somebody else can figure that out. I want to thank, of course, I have these beautiful sponsors, and I've let them down lately, but I'm lifting them back up, is Charlene Kelly with Carrot Bars. If you'd like to get in contact with her, she can help you set your future free, basically. She's amazing. And Cara Beth Turner can take some beautiful pictures of you. And I wish I could just take my picture and make it my videos, but can't do that all the time. So she does, wonderful work on all of her photography. And then, of course, my daughter, Darlene Darian. I think she is under Darlene Darian, maybe Beauty Tunes, but we'll make sure that you get her information. And she does my makeup. And no, she was not here today because she's out making the rest of the world beautiful. So I had to go on my own. But when I do take photography or have any kind of videos taken that is in public, I do have her with my makeup artistry. Of course, don't forget Ashby Drake and her Ashby Yoga. We are so excited. I am so excited to see you today. And my next recording is going to be an angel card reading just for you for going into the holidays and what to expect. And then I got a new birthday gift. I got a new bowl. So I'm not going to play her for you right now because I'm going to do that in my angel card reading recording. Plus, I've blabbed so much that you guys are going to get tired of listening to me. Don't forget your mindful moments. Take them in. Enjoy what's in here because you are already amazing. And think about what you want and what you desire and what kind of positivity do you want to spread. So come along. Go on this journey with us, my beautiful 7th grade class, and our mindful moments and our spreading of positivity. You are amazing. Don't forget your water. God bless. Mwah.